Morning, people. I'm talking to the GoPro. Today is the 21st of January 2026. We've just been dropped off at the Hauling Road Bivvy. Although there's a trip to the bivvy, we get stuck a bit here. Very rutty will come up in a minute. It's only about 300 metre walk to the bivvy. That's alright. It's a lovely fine day. So you can probably see some power lines here. These are the power lines that come from West Arm, Lake Manapuru. Not sure where they go to. You might be able to see the bivvy just down here. So we're mostly in a big valley system, but it's a bit foggy at the moment. Yes, so here's this really rutted bit here. We were a van that had trouble coming up and down this. Right. So there's 5 of us on this trip to the next 5 days. Forecast for the last couple of days or so is for some wet weather, but hopefully it'll blow away by the time we get to those days. But today's basically a beautiful fine day. Here we are, so we arrived at the bivvy. So we're going to Green Lake, 2.5 hours, so that's nice. And then Island Lake is an hour and a half from here. So we probably could stop there for a morning tea, early lunchish. And then from Green Lake we'll go to Clark Hut. It's 4 hours tomorrow, but we'll check out the historic Clark Hut. Apparently there's 4 beds there that we can stay at. And then the day after that we go to Clark Hut to Monowai Hut, our end destination. That's 4 hours. Alright, so from Lake Monowai car park to Green Lake, that's in the southern end of Lake Monowai. That's, yeah, there's a 6.5 hour walk in. Right. So there's 3 cars we've seen here, so there'll probably be at least 3 people. Well, probably gone to Green Lake Hut. So, oh, g'day. Green Lake Hut. So that's all good there. Yes, hi everybody. Today's Wednesday, the 21st of January 26. So there's 5 of us on a 5-day trip. So today, we left the van drop off at about 9:45. We're just at the bivvy here. Some people going to the toilet, but then got about a 2.5 hour, 3 hour walk to Green Lake Hut, our destination for today. So, right, we're about to start our walk. Alright, got a pardon me here, I'll just go.
We can do the boots. Oh, I've washed my boots.
I washed mine. No, we washed our house for the plane. Yeah.
I don't think it's really working very well. That's alright. Yeah. Doesn't look, it's been well looked after. Looks quite tree-rooted.
Not out of another area of the South Island.
Warning sign. Do not follow those track markers, apart from the orange ones.
So the pest control ones, aren't
Yeah, yeah.
That's red, so we're orange, aren't we?
Orange markers only.
Bit of a short climb at the beginning. Tree roots. Right. Try some different filming. See if it comes out. Yeah, lovely beech forest. Really enjoy walking through beech forest. Journey nice and open, pleasant. Nice.
What's that?
Really lovely walking through the beech forest, eh? Like this.
It's nice.
That's sort of a goblin sort of terrain. Yeah, yeah. Coming up to our first clearing. Fairly big clearing, I think. Just navigated through a bit of a muddy patch, but it was right. Right. Yes, there was 3 cars back at the bivvy area, so there's probably a minimum of 3 people, but I would say a little bit more. Oh, look at that lovely scene here. Tarn down here.
Oh, this is nice.
Nice open area. So it looks like the track goes kind of straight across there. Alright.
It's a big one.
Another lake over there.
For what?
So the grass is quite
It would be.
high, sort of up to your shoulders. Nice little ones here. And we're sort of heading in that general direction. Right, we're approaching the bush shortly. Just to try and show us. There's a section here. it's orange markers or poles. Generally easy to see in front of you. I think some of the states coming up quite a bit higher now with growth of the vegetation. Ladies in front of me here. Just got to keep checking
There's a clearing just
on the
here,
track.
to that grass clearing, just
Quite a long way then.
yeah, yeah.
You're on the right track. You're right.
There's this long grass, sort of got to check your footing. Like a marshy patch. Right, we're just coming up out of our first kind of marshy open area, which was quite good. So this is where we're coming up, but so that's where we've come from. See a bit of a clearing right in the middle screen of the bush line, a little bit of a V. I think we came out of there, I think, yes. See, so some high mountains up here. So a little bit slow walking, but you know, we're not in any hurry. So that's the ladies coming up the top where the marker is. So we might have a stop somewhere in the bush where it's a bit more solid ground and just have a snack break. Have a flat patch up that climb before we head into the bush.
Something's dug it out. I think a deer has.
Probably has.
No footprints though, Lois.
No, I
Oh, there's
know.
a few, yeah, that sort of thing there.
Yeah.
There. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it is deer, look that.
Perhaps he's looking for water.
No, he's going to be looking.
Because today we're not actually going past the island lake. We are tomorrow.
Oh, right.
So probably when we get into the bush where there's some drier and hard ground, we can just have a
Sit down for 10 minutes. Yeah.
10 minutes and have a drink and a bit of a snack or something. I think we've been going for a good hour, or just over an hour anyway, so
Yeah, as soon as we get off this bogey spot, there should
Yes.
be somewhere nice on the beach.
yeah. We go through this beach, bit of a saddle here, and then there's another open area which is similar to what we walked through.
Oh, so we
Might
do need to eat while we're in the beach forest.
Yep. Oh, we can probably go to the end of the beach if you want
that
to,
what we have to go
overlooking
up
the next
Oh, yeah, yeah. Okay.
pad if you want. It doesn't worry me, you know. So.
Is that
Right, we'll just come up from up the topish there. Bit of a short, steep grade coming out of the bush. Yep, so we're heading up to our second clearing. Just met an old guy, or a middle-aged guy, probably about my age group, on his own. Got up to go to the toilet early this morning. There's a bit of an aurora on display, so got some photos of that. Now that's one car accounted for, and apparently there's a family with a couple of kids coming up from Green Lake Hut. You'll probably pass. But counts for number 2 car, but third person probably gone towards the Clark Huts, Monowai Huts probably. Right, so you can probably see the marker here. So I think we go leftish over another bush until we climb up to Green Lake Hut. Right, straighten it up. So we're just walking through second clearing for the day, and you might be able to see if I keep my camera about this low, how high grass is. So this open area is, well, the grass is much drier than the first one because probably got some heat to it now. I'll need to mark a pole. And it seems to be so far cloudy, foggier than the previous ones. So we'll go through here. I thought you were probably about an hour away from the hut from this point. Keep checking, following the track. Oops. As you can see, some of the markers are quite low down, but they're generally easy to see. There's a couple up in front of us here. Generally easy to see. Right. Right, coming up to our track junction to Green Lake Hut and to the Clark Monowai Huts for the next few days.
So then so Green Lake.
Oh, 15. Someone's put a 1 beside it.
Just stop and
Oh,
have
yeah,
another
no,
break.
they've been.
Oh, 5 minutes. Oh, that's right.
Well, but do you?
Yeah, I
someone
see.
said
Island
no,
Lake,
that's
yeah,
fine.
be about 55
Well,
minutes.
we don't need to see it tonight, do we? Oh, we
No,
do.
no,
We?
we'll
do
go
tomorrow.
past it tomorrow.
Yeah,
We go
yeah.
past
And the
it
weather's not
tomorrow.
going to be yuck tomorrow. It'll be different if it was going to turn tomorrow.
So we've got another hour and a half to go.
Yeah,
On there, so it's taking us a little bit longer. So we work
yeah,
on
well, sort of marshy
1:45.
bit and all that big
Well,
fresh
that's
If
thing.
we get
Right.
this though, this sort of stuff, this
I
is
mean,
lovely.
but you knew that 2.5 was wrong because that means it would only take 1 hour from the
The
bit.
turn-
Right, we're finally almost at the lake, just 50 or 100 metres to go, and then it's several hundred metres along the lakefront to the hut. Yeah, I didn't do much filming on this section from track junction. We had a bit of a stiff climb and it's quite undulated and slow going. Oh. It's quite breezy out here. To the left.
there's a sign down here.
Yeah.
I just want to get a picture of this
Take the
one.
photo. I
Take a
suppose.
photo of the picture of the sign.
There you are.
This is the sign.
1 hour to Island Lake. Might take us a bit longer on that. Right. Pretty,
You got that right there.
pretty slow mob.
Over the next creek.
We get go down here. Green Lake Hut. It's pointing straight ahead. 20 minutes, but it's yes along here. We can't see the hut at the moment. Right. Right. Well, finally made it. How long did it take? 4 hours?
4 hours 44.
4 hours 44.
We got to put that on the netboard.
Oh, it's good to note the time. So
7.2 Ks, okay?
Well, it is because not everybody's a fast walker trying to make a world record. Yeah, and it's a lot of it. videos of overseas people, young ones, big ones, that are doing all their blogs of their overseas travel. So it's nice to get those few New Zealand ones that do dig out. Are more realistic about.
Yeah. Something like that.
Oh, yeah, start putting money in. So that shows the quality of those boys without them doing anything else, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. The others we had a look on the website though. He said their track was horrible.
They only decided last night that they were coming. So there was no cell phone or anything. Yeah, they said the track
lower
was just
legs looked pretty
muddy. They said it was just all mud. Yeah.
all mud and when
Yeah.
I think I was in June.
Yeah. So they could go into Clark tonight and then, oh no, they were going to go to the Biv, stay the night at the Biv and walk out. But if they walk out on the road, even if they walk, what is it, 10 k's?
Yeah,
But they're fine, they're young boys and better than walking back this way.
and apart from getting up the top, all the rest will be sort of
It's
gradually
all
downhill.
downhill. Actually, we need to tell them that too.
That's what they decide.
Yeah, because that's
This is my rubbish.
and they'll get a lift if somebody's. If there's like that single guy going past, they're all trampers coming and going. You're not going to leave two people walking down the road if you've got room.
No.
Put them in the back and take them down to the thing. Even if one got a lift, then the other one could go and get the car and come back. You know, there's all these options that they've got. So ball and biv's the way to go, really. And then they beat the weather. You know, they still get an
There's only
overnight.
two of them in, so they'll fit in
Yeah,
the bit of a hole, you know.
It's
And
close to
toilet
civilization.
there as well.
More likely to pick up a ride too if they're right at road end. 2 bunks. Oh, it's got 2 bunks. It's only 2 bunks, so it's their private hut
Yeah.
if they go there.
Are you talking about the ball and bivvy?
Yeah, I'm the
oh, yeah. It's private. Oh.
I'm the young guy, the blonde boy out there. He's got he showed me his map and it says Ball and Hut. Doesn't say Bibby, but that's where it is. It's exactly the same spot, but his says Ball and Hut. Yeah.
Okay. Bit deceiving.
I don't know what map he's got. It's appalling.
Like
a really bad
Have they got? Is there water there? I really need
Oh
water.
yeah.
No, that's another thing.
You just don't see any water, eh, when you get
No, well, I wasn't looking. I just went down the track and
Didn't look for a tank, eh?
no. I didn't.
Although where we
I know they're fine. because-
got dropped off, I did
The
hear a
road,
screaming
yeah.
down there, but there's a bit of a dip there.
Yep,
so.
there is water there. Like if they can't find it in the tank, there's fresh water just below the bib, so there's water there. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, fine.
Yeah, yeah. They want an adventure. That's it. Go and drink some of the local water. They should look at this map. This is the best map. Better than that thing on their phone.
Jesus Lake must have a run off somewhere.
How long did it take them to get here though?
Right, we are at Monowai Hut. Pardon me. Boots and all that drying out here. Nice and quite breezy today. There's quite a bit of breeze coming across the lake now. It's starting to cool down a bit. Just going to walk. There's a boardwalk down to the lake front down here. So we'll have a walk down there and just soak the feet a bit. There's a couple of German guys at the hut when we arrived there. They come up from the Monowai Lake car park, and he decided a couple of days ago for that to come, and they found the track. It was about a 6.5 hour walk. Found the track pretty terrible, very muddy and a lot of tree damage, but I don't know, for us it might be another day on the track, but these overseas people are not really used to our track conditions over here. So they had no real emergency devices on them and all that. They sort of had a strange map apparently. So they were going to head out to the Ball and Bibby. It'll take them about 3 hours, 3.5 hours probably. Young fit people stay there the night and then walk back along the road back to their car park. 15 or 17 odd k's. Yeah, so the main track actually follows the shoreline. That's why the signs are here. But good proportions of the track have now been washed away. So you sort of have to fight your way through all the scrub and all that. So there's no other actual track right through the middle. So yeah, so if we head to Clark Hut, well, it's 4 hours from here. Oh yeah, that's about right. Lake Monowai Hut. So I was just saying to the ladies before, I mean, it's a real grunt coming up towards Green Lake Hut. And if we stick to our normal schedule, it means us coming up twice and going down twice. So we'll just see what the track's like to Clark Huts and Monowai Hut. Then we'll just see what the Clark Huts are like. We might spend another night there and then walk out from there and avoid this grunt coming up to Green Lake Hut. But anyway, we'll assess that over the next day or two. It's getting pretty cold here now. I don't think I'll wash my feet. It's getting too cold. So it's a 12-bed hut, nice and comfortable. Gosh, the temperatures drop a bit. I think they're supposed to. Could consider lighting the fire for a few hours tonight, but we'll wait and see. Oh yes, I mentioned I think it took us 4 hours 44 minutes to get from the bivvy to here, so quite a bit longer than what the dock sign said. It was quite slow going in quite a few places, but we're not a fast group either, so quite good. Might have to take some painkiller tablet for my knees. Not too bad at the moment, but it might get a bit sore during the night, so plus that'll help me sleep as well. Right, so you can see probably why the track mainly follows the shoreline, because this is all pretty thick, gnarly, scrubby stuff. Unless they sort of put in a boardwalk, but a lot of sections of the trail along the foreshore of the lake is probably eroded away over the years, so you sort of have to fight through a bit of the scrub. Yeah, hopefully the rain will stay away, but it's starting to cloud over a lot more now, so we'll just see what happens. Morning, it's 22nd of January 26. It's 7:55 AM. I'm about getting ready to Launching today to the Clark Huts. Just digging up enough energy to walk along the lake foreshore. It did rain a bit last night, so the grass and that will be wet. It's quite bright. Looks like it might be quite fine today, eh? Right, been going about 5 minutes walking along the foreshore. The tide has come up quite high because I think there was a lot of rain during the Christmas New Year period. And normally the trek is about maybe 5 meters out into the water there. But you can see there's another optional trek here, but sometimes we have to go through the scrub. So we'll see how we go.
You know what to do to
Right,
save weight.
there's a much smoother trip along the lake foreshore, so we've just taken off our wet gear.
Yeah.
Grasses and all that would have been wet.
Don't have sponge at all. And
The lake's nice and calm.
I nearly got rid of this.
We're already
It used to rub on my back.
pretty much supposed to be about 4 hours to the Clark Hut.
I've been back
So
to Colin at Trek and Travel.
we've got a bit of a
I've just
gradual descent, and then we've got a
Yeah,
steep,
no, you're right. You're thin. I've got
a gradual
I don't
ascent.
think it's somebody in the club.
Sorry,
Skinny as well,
And then
and
a-
her backbone's
then a
and stuff, and she can't.
fairly
but she can't wear a
steep
pack. It's
long
painful.
descent
There's
down
bones
to
sticking out. I don't think
Trek
it's a club member,
Junction.
but it's somebody, I'm trying to think of who it was.
that we
I
passed
last night when I was
yesterday.
small.
On one tramp, I think I was leading it too.
And
it
she's
rubbed my coccyx, my
Yeah,
backbone
yeah.
raw. It took about 3 months to come right.
She's got a big piece of
Oh,
para
even
rubber.
though after it got sore, I put,
Yeah.
I put and padding on it. And,
Yeah, no, it's just when you're thin and even some of this.
Right, we're just on the, sorry about that, on the, I was just on the trek to the Clark Huts. So it took us 2 hours. We left the hut at 8:05, so we left the Trek Junction at about 10:05. So we're just going to walk along here a little bit to have a break by Island Lake, which we go right past. We're trying to find a dry spot to sit down, but I don't think we will. Back at the Trek Junction, signpost said about 2.5 hours to the Clark Huts. So see how we go. It's an overcast day today. There's a slight drizzle as we finished walking across Green Lake foreshore. I got in the bush, took our raincoats and gear off. Had no more rain since then. Wasn't too bad going down that steep section. Getting over some logs here. Dreadful. It's about 20 minutes to come down that steep section. Pretty slow anyway, so it's pretty good. Right, we have Island Lake.
It's just going to be quite nice if that low cloud lifted and we got.
Looks like it's got a little island in the middle there.
I might see if we can get in here.
Well, folks, as you can hear what we can see. Not good. Yeah. But
Around the
it's a
edge.
couple up towards that way, yes, where is the outlet of the stream from the lake. So the lake must be obviously really full. It's really, it is a bit quieter. Quieter at the mouth there. But for me, it'll still be much quieter running. Might be quite strong flowing. But for me, it'll be too deep for me to ride out. I'm very cautious. It's strange that this doesn't have a bridge here. So you can see where probably these rocks down here are really low flow. That's probably where people go up. The traces over there. Unfortunately, we're going to have to make a decision to plan what to go to our huts in the Monowai Hut, so that's looking very iffy now. Looking what do we do for the next few days? Do we go out a couple of days early or not? Anyway, we'll have a discussion shortly. Morning again, folks. Here's another view of Lake Tianao from our backpackers. It's getting close to 12 o'clock, so it is getting quite better. The clouds lifted quite a lot. So the story is, on our Monowai Hut trip, we had to change our plans quite majorly, and we came out on day 2 of a 5-day trip. The reason being, on day 2, on the way to Clark Hut from Green Lake Hut, we came across a stream which we knew there was a stream coming out of Island Lake, but when we reached the stream it was very fast flowing and a few rapids because it was coming out of the lake and sort of going downhill a bit, so it's very fast flowing. There sort of looked like a section where it was much quieter, but it looked deep, and so I made a personal and a group decision that we will not cross, because people know that I'm very cautious in crossing streams. So we had a discussion on what our options were. We were on the right side of the stream to, go back anyway, not get caught out. So the decision was to walk back out to Ballin Bivvy and then walk along Ballin Road and meet up with our shuttle guy, which I'll explain a bit. So we did that, but it was excuse my language, but it was a bloody long, slow crawl up to the saddle from the bivvy, if anybody knows what the road is like. From the saddle down to the bivvy is a big series of crisscross roads. Well, the road is crisscross, and it's very steep. So I don't know, it's about 10 or 12 corners on it, so yep. So we all managed finally to get to the saddle where the van met us. Now, how we were able to change our shuttle plans was me and the shuttle driver, we shared our phone numbers, and we both have access to this one NZ Starlink satellite communication system. So so we agreed to, at the end of each day, is to text each other, because you can only use text communication. So at the end of our first day, I text him, and I got a reply. Well, I got a reply the next morning, because that's when I took my phone off flight mode. So, but the message came through anyway. That's good. And then when we got caught out with this river thing, to cut a long story short, we did make contact with each other, and sort of agreed on where we'll meet and a change of time. So at the end of the day, the Starlink system, it works very well. I've had first-hand use of it, and so we all got back safely to Te Anau backpackers again. So today being Friday, I've decided to have a rest day. Well, there'll probably be a number of rest days, because it's another week before my next trip, but we'll do some day walks in between anyway. So the other 4 ladies that were with me for the Monowai trip, they've decided to do an overnight trip to Hope Hut, which I did last week. So I've just dropped them off this morning, and now doing an overnight trip there. So I'll pick them up tomorrow afternoon, and then most of us are here for another 2 or 3 nights or so. So we'll just, if the weather's nice, there's plenty of options of doing some day walks, or maybe the odd overnighter, but it'll probably be more day walks, so we can keep in trim. So that's the end of the Monowai Hut trip section. So probably the next trip is my South Coast loop. Bye for now.